Star FM.
It's mature, it's relevant, and guarantees you the best music. Star 103.5 FM.
Star 103.5 FM, I absolutely adore Obrafour. Yes, he's definitely a champion in that department. Welcome to Star Chart on Star 103.5 FM. Simply the best. And as I keep telling you over and over again, I'm sure this sounds like a heart-beating drum that you're better off listening to Star Chat on Wednesday evening because the conversations here are absolutely scintillating. Anyway, welcome to the show. Just to remind you that the show is brought to you by Dove. And once again, I'm happy to remind you that Dove believes that deodorants shouldn't just protect, they should care for your underarms too. After all, a lot of the best things in life lead us throwing our arms in the air, which is why Dove deodorant, which is created with our quarter moisturizing cream to care for your underarm skin, leaving it soft and smooth all the time. So you're rest assured that if you use Dove deodorant, your underarm skin will be left soft and smooth. And so go ahead, lift your arms in confidence like you just don't care, because you know that you've got Dove. Dove deodorant cares for your underarm skin like never before. Just to remind you that the show is live in Kumasi on Ultimate 106.9 FM and in Takoradi on Empire 102.7 FM. We're also streaming on DSTV channel 885 and Go TV channel 197. And wherever you are, you can join our live feed on Star FM and GHOne TV Facebook pages. Share it and be about it. And also we are live at starfm.com.gh. All right, so let's go straight to our guest tonight. And I'm sure you've heard this over and over and over again. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. My guest tonight is special in character, persona, charisma, and in political principles. Her name gives the strongest impression that on the day of her birth, everything indicated that a powerful leader had arrived. When you mention her name in full, you're actually screaming, "Say and kill them. I won't stop." We were born in the same month, but she arrived in 1964 at Pungu, Nambasina, a suburb of Navrongo in the Kasina Nankana municipality. That's in the Navrongo Central constituency of the Upper East region. She was born to a family of 9 to John Abayage, a farmer, laborer and watchman, and Mary Kalu, a petty trader who lived and worked at Sekendi Takrad in the Western region for most of their lives. In the run-up to the 2016 elections, she deposed an old political fox in the person of Joseph Kofiada to contest for the Navrongo seat in the Upper East region, a primary contest she won after lots of acrimony. The final battle was tough, but she lost the retention of the seats for the governing NPP. Tonight, we'll find out what life is like after the scars of a political battle. Is she looking to be reappointed as a government official? How far is she willing to go on the leadership ladder? And which brand of politics does she subscribe to? Adversarial or all-inclusive? Is grassroots mobilization tougher now than ever with the unpredictable and sophisticated youth? Does she believe there's a lot that needs fixing in this country? And is it time for a woman to become president of the Republic of Ghana in the next elections? Oh, and just how did she unnerve and depose former aviation minister Kofi Adda? And do they now share cold bottles and grilled meats every once in a while? Tangoba Abayage is my special guest on the award-winning personality show, Star Chat. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. That's a real rendition.
You liked it?
I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank
Let's see
you.
how we go.
A lot of work goes into the intro.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
But let me a bit of correction.
Okay.
I'm from Pung Nimbasinia.
Okay, that's the pronunciation.
Yes, but I was born in Sekendi.
You were born in Sekendi.
Yes, but I'm from Pung Nimbasinia.
Pung, okay, I absolutely
That's all right. Don't
butchered
worry.
it.
It's tongue twisting.
Yeah, I butchered it in the intro.
No, but you did well.
Yeah?
You did quite well, yes.
Okay, I should have
that's
done
all right.
better as a Ghanaian. But you're welcome to the show. How have you been?
I'm fine.
Yeah?
I think I'm taking a good rest.
Yeah?
After such a long, arduous journey.
Yeah.
I'm taking a good rest and I'm enjoying my rest.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, before we go into anything at all, I want to pick your thoughts on the Achimota School and the Rastafarian children. I mean, you heard the High Court ruling a couple of days ago.
Yes.
What do you make of it? Today, the Achimota School, I mean, it was yesterday, Achimota said, a school said they were going to appeal that ruling from the High Court. What do you make of this?
Thank you. As I came in, I heard the news that the stay of injunction has also been, what's that? Yes, stay of execution has been squashed or something, whatever. I think as a school, they find themselves caught between the devil and the red blue, is it the deep blue sea or whatever they say?
The Red Sea.
Here we are as a country, and I mean, for Africans, we have our own values and systems that we believe in, which values and systems may frown upon, this. Of course, if you go to all our schools, they have the rules and regulations that a ward must abide by. And then we also have the constitution of the country, which supersedes every rule and regulation or customs. And then, so I think that's where the school finds itself. The school has its own laws, its own rules and regulations, which forbid Rastafarians coming to their schools. But then the laws also of the country say, you are free to belong to any religion. If the boy had gone in to say that, I did this for fashion, then the school had every right. I'm sure the school might have had a case. But here we are, the boy goes in to say that I'm doing it for religious reasons. And our laws allow for freedom of belonging, freedom of religion and all that. So it's a very difficult and tough one for the school and for us.
Yeah.
But I think that eventually Ghana will come out tougher, because then after all this, we would have tested the laws and how far we can stretch.
But
the laws.
It's affecting the students. It's affecting one of the mothers was on Morning Star the other day, and she says she's been on antidepressants for this long because she's depressed.
I can imagine.
Her son is sitting at home. Yeah. Everyone is saying things into her head. Yes. She feels guilty. She feels she's at fault. But that's their religion. And so it is affecting everyone. And the boys are sitting at home. They are not in school.
That's the unfortunate thing about us again. They'll say, no, we are too known to do. And the boy, why should he go to the courts? And because our systems don't work very well. Right. I mean, it's an African problem. So they think that, no, you should have just allowed it. Let him cut the hair. So a lot of things are going on through the head. Yeah. I understand. And no parent would like to experience that for the ward, especially when I'm told he's such an intelligent ward. I don't know. So, but unfortunately, once you go to court, Once you go to court, you've got to allow the system to go through.
Yeah, but what do you make of the Ghana Education Services and the Ministry of Education? Some have said that they should have stamped their authority from day one. Because when the issue first came out, the GES issued a directive that they should be admitted to Achimota School. And that was... Achimota couldn't be bothered.
It opened the Pandora's box.
Yes.
And that's where we are.
But what do you make of the handling of the education ministry?
Unfortunately, again, this is the systems.
Right.
When the systems are working straight, you know that A is A. I mean, you can't do anything about it. B is B. You can't do anything about it. But here we are. We weren't even sure. Weren't sure. Are they allowed to come in with Rastafari? Of course. If the basic school, JHS, have allowed them to go through all this while. And I mean, then we bring in the human factor. Oh, they are very good guys, very intelligent, and all that. You know, so unfortunately, they didn't balance it well. If they had balanced it well and said, look, yes, we know that you went to JHS, because JHS, children are allowed to braid their heads and all that. But immediately you go to SHS. Most schools, you have to cut your hair.
But what do you make of that? I mean, till date, young girls are going to school and still cutting their hair. But you have the same schools admitting Caucasians,
yes,
or mixed race persons, and they still leave their hair on.
That's exactly what I'm saying, that the laws will be stretched. At the end of the day, we'll come out winners. I believe strongly that by the time we finish with all these cases in the courts of law, we would have definitely defined. Ghana Education Service, Ministry of Education would definitely take a look at what it is that we are not doing.
You were once a teacher, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Okay. How would you have felt if a student walked into your class as a newcomer with Rasta?
Personally,
yeah,
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Personally. But please, that's me.
That's you.
Because I've never judged people by their looks.
Right.
I judge people by their acts. I judge people by their behavior. And I judge people by who they are, not their looks. So as a person, I mean, I have several Rastafarian friends.
Right.
And in fact, they've been some of the genuine friends I have had. And I've had them since childhood. You know, I told you I was born in Adiambra.
Yes,
Adiambra is a ghetto.
Right.
I mean, it's a proper Soweto, you know. So we have, and even till now, they are there, my very good friends. And they behave well, they act well, they are law-abiding people if you get to know them. So I wouldn't have been bothered. But it's not, everybody's not like me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But what did you hear? What did you make of certain comments that were made on the floor of Parliament that Rastafarianism is associated with weed smoking?
Again, you know, as I said, it's not everybody who understands them.
Right.
I know Rastafarians who don't smoke. They've never taken a cigarette before. They've never taken alcohol before. They've never taken weed before. You know, unfortunately, you have the exceptions, and then you have the normal. Most of them, and then when they are even smoking, they won't go and hide somewhere and then smoke, you know. They will want everybody to know. They'll be brewing and be drinking and all that. So immediately they see you in the Rasta, they assume that you are like all of them because that is what they preach, unfortunately. So it's an unfortunate statement, but maybe it's because of the way society perceives them as being weed smokers. That's why, but on the floor of Parliament, I think that care should have been taken.
Okay. And you absolutely believe that once we stretch the law, we have to go through it and then maybe the conversation will start. But do you feel that in any way in all of this, people are just overlooking the law? Because the law is very clear that do not discriminate against anyone based on their religion.
Yes.
Don't discriminate based on color,
Yes.
race. It is really clear.
Yes.
So what exactly are we stretching? Why are we allowing what we make? Because the culture we talk about, the way people are perceiving others, like associating Rastafarianism to weed smoking, is nowhere captured in the law in any way. It's just prejudices and perceptions that people have formed. How do we change that? Because I'm sure you come from an area that is also deeply steeped in culture, and you wish there were certain things that could change, but it's taken so long. Exactly. How do we change this mindset as a country?
Unfortunately, you know, as I said, we are people of culture. We are people of tradition. We believe so much in that, and we are a people of, let me put this, religion. You know, we are Christians, we are Muslims. Our Christianity frowns on that, and it frowns on this. Our Islam frowns on that. And, you know, unfortunately, But studying psychology some years back, one thing about human beings is that it is difficult for us to change. This is a shock to society, Ghana. You know that suddenly we are having Rastafarians wanting to go to SHS. You know, but if the system works and eventually, whichever way, but the conversation will continue. I am very certain that in maybe years to come, sooner or later, we have no choice but to accept some of these things because society is dynamic. I mean, you can't be stagnant. We are not trees. We are human beings. We've got to change. So I'm sure that with this conversation going on, no matter which way it goes, eventually we will have this conversation going on for a long time. And I'm sure that Ghana Education Service, Ministry of Education might go back to the drawing table, might go back to their notebooks and then see where it is that we can make changes. Which changes will help our wards rather than negatively affect
So it
them.
wasn't just Achimoto School. Later,
Yes.
Wesley Girls High School was in the news over the issue of fasting. What did you make of that as well?
Again, another unfortunate incident that also, this one is more about the religion and
Yes.
their religious beliefs. I attended St. Francis Secondary School in Jirapa, a Catholic school, but we had Muslims there. And the Muslims were allowed to do their fasting. We've got to have religious tolerance. I thought that personally, and this one again is my personal statement, I thought that was an unfortunate incident that children are asked not to practice their belief. But then, it could also be that it's in their rules. You get the point. Once you go to the school, and the school says that you can't do ABC, and they give you the rules and regulations, and you study the rules and regulations, and you still go to that school, it means that you are ready to abide by those rules and regulations. I don't know, I haven't seen the rules and regulations of Wesley Girls, so I don't know whether it is there that you can practice Muslim religion or something. If it is there, and you send your, but it's unfortunate again. Why can't we? I mean, Ghana is a secular country. It's not a religious country. It's a secular country, so you can decide to go wherever. So I think that was an unfortunate incident.
Right.
And fortunately, I'm sure they have been able to, well, even if they haven't resolved it, again, the conversation will go on, and eventually I'm sure that we'll get out of that scene.
Okay, I want to pick your thoughts on another issue. This one happened only on Saturday. A man and his wife burying alive their child who was suffering from sickle cell. Yeah, on the advice of a prophetess somewhere in the central region. I'm sure you've heard of all of these religious beliefs and what prophets, pastors and others are telling their congregants or their followers to do. Where do we draw the line between religion and common sense?
Thank you.
As far as you're concerned.
As you said, common sense. That is it. Religion, unfortunately, is with us. We've got to accept it. And a lot of us take some form of confidence, some form of consolation from the belief that God is there and He's a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him and all that. But you've got to do that with common sense. You know, why should you why should you even think of burying your child? How could you look alive? Yeah. Look in the face of a child and then say, I'm going to bury him on the instruction of a pastor? Who does that? Unfortunately, most of the time, most of these our people who go to those wayside, you know, they are gullible. They are gullible. For all you know, this is
it just the wayside? Even in the big churches?
Yeah, but at least
people are gullible.
They are gullible. Anyway, that is it. Even there, they are gullible. You know, they are gullibles, and the pastors and the prophets and the prophetesses pry on the gullibility of these, and then give weird instructions. And then, unfortunately, you have people fall for that. There's an instance, you know, I was the regional director for gender in the central region some years back. There was a family, a man and a wife. I think they wanted a boy because they had so many girls. And then this prophet told the man that, I think they had about 7 girls already. Go the next one. The next one you will get a boy. God had revealed to me. Meanwhile, the prophet who was telling him had 4 boys with his first wife. And because he wanted a girl,
he got a second.
He went and married another woman. You know, and this man actually went and then impregnated his wife. And the next time they delivered, they had quadruplets. 4 girls, and they were all, you know. So that is it. Gullibility is the problem. And then, of course, desperation. They just rush in because they are desperate. And for, you know, this is a family that maybe the child had become problematic. They didn't have the funds to take care. Because all you have to do is medication and all. And sometimes when they are sickle cell children, they are really difficult to deal with. But encourage the person. Let the person go to the hospital. Support, rather than it's unfortunate. Yeah. But that's the Africa we are in anyway.
All right. Now, still more issues that I want to pick your thoughts on before we go into the conversation. And I'm asking you this because you are a strong member of the NPP, of the New Patriotic Party. Not too long ago, the whole country was discussing the issue of culture of silence. Do you feel there is a culture of silence that has engulfed? I mean, you interact a lot with people. You interact with journalists. Do you feel that there's a culture of silence that has engulfed us? I know what your answer would be.
Thank you.
But I'm still asking.
I'm surprised you're asking me because you should definitely know what my answer would be.
Yeah, I just want to hear.
Well, I don't. Maybe it's because I'm sleeping in the room all the time. But I don't know where the culture of silence is. I don't know.
Do you feel people are able to free their mind?
I think so.
As much as they were doing under John Dramani Mahama?
I think so. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where the scare is coming from. I mean, you have all the radio stations springing up all over the place. You know, some stations maybe decide to flout the rules that govern setting up radio stations. You know, you're supposed to pay your dues. You're supposed to pay your license. Look, if you want to hit at the government or you want to hit anywhere, don't sit back in your room, disobey all the rules. Are you getting me? And then when they can say, it's because I was sitting at government. Do the right thing. I know that some of the stations had to be closed down because they hadn't paid their licenses over a long period. And then they say, it's because you want to shut us up.
There's the issue of Manasseh, who had to go into hiding.
I don't know what happened to, why he had to go into hiding.
Because he was scared for his life. He was threatened.
Well, I don't know about that. Who threatened him? I don't know about that. It will be difficult for me to talk about why he went into hiding. But he's back in the country. It's not. He's back in the country and he's free. I mean, he's my brother. You know he's my brother.
Oh, he is?
Oh, yes, we are from Upper East.
So have you spoken to him?
We speak a lot, but I mean, not on his exile, his self-exile.
But did you wonder where he was?
No, because, you know, we don't talk on phone a lot.
Okay, so
but he's always on Facebook and all
but
that.
So did you hear of him going away for a while? Did you ask him?
No, I heard him say that he went into exile. I don't know for how long, and I don't know the reasons. You know, I'm a politician. Sometimes you don't meddle where you're not supposed to meddle. So you just.
But if he's your brother, you'd be worried.
But he's fine. Manasseh is fine. Manasseh is fine. He's very fine. He knows I know he's fine.
But is he really, really fine?
He's fine.
Do you think he's really, really fine?
He's fine.
Yeah. And because he had done a number, and I mean, Manasseh is known to do a lot of reports. He's done a lot of investigative pieces. And this time around, I think he had done a piece on the former minister, Bukari. And, well, he was threatened a bit.
Which Bukari?
The former regional minister.
I'm not sure Manasseh did a story on him.
He did.
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, all right, cool. Okay. Let's move on. What do you make of the burning of excavators? The president says it's the rule of law. Another
difficult one. You know, when we started this anti-Galamsey fight, when the president came in 2017, and then gave the instruction for the security authorities to go into the forest areas and stop the Galamsey. They started with about burning of about 2 or 3 excavators, and people were like, "Oh, you know, this is not human. Why do you have to burn them? Give them to people to use. Give them to this." And then before we realized, even more excavators have been imported. So again, you are like, so which one is better? That we seize them, pretend we are giving them to institutions, only for them to find their way back
So we should burn them.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just giving you. So it's like you.
You think it's difficult?
It's difficult for me.
Okay.
It's difficult because you give them, you leave them, they do the same thing. Okay. You burn them. Yeah, such a difficult decision. But it's also a way of stopping, seeing if you can scare people off. And I'm sure that, look, can you imagine they burn your 10 excavators? How are you going to get money?
You could die.
I know.
See your 10 excavators go down that way.
But our rivers are dying. People are dying. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Because of your excavators. If you should have considered that. You, the one coming to destroy all our river bodies and killing people. In fact, I'm told that some parts in Western region, people are having babies, disabled babies, because of the river bodies. You should have thought about that. Deformities. Because of that. You should have also thought of that. You didn't think about that when you went into all the...
So you feel, no, I mean,
it's
not to
difficult.
endorse it, but
yes, I think that yes. If that is the way to go, then unfortunately we've got to go that way. But as I said, it's difficult for me to see people's investments and everything just go down the drain, flames like that. But those people, if only they were really doing galamsey, which is against the rules and laws of the country, and then destroying the very foundation of the country that is supposed to be a legacy to our future generations, then unfortunately the axe must fall.
One of your colleagues has been affected by it, Kate Jimfwa.
Yes.
She's been affected by it. Her excavators were burnt.
Yes.
And then her offices as well were raided, not just raided, burnt as well. Security personnel in her office were also beaten up. Is that fair?
Well, she's come out to say that she wasn't doing galamsey. She said she has all the documents.
Yes.
So, again, that's where the laws will have to come in.
Yeah, but now she's lost a lot.
Well, but as I said, look, unfortunately, it's difficult to manage emotions with what is right.
But emotions must go with sensibilities and sensitiveness as well.
I agree.
Shouldn't they?
I agree with you, but that is why I'm saying that once the laws say you shouldn't do this, are you getting me? And you, in your heart of hearts,
but she was not doing galamsey. That's the fact.
Yes,
that she was not doing galamsey.
Yes. So she says she's going to court, and I'm thinking that if she wasn't doing galamsey, or she's not doing galamsey, and she says that she has all the certificates. The best thing is, unfortunately, you can't cry over spilt milk.
You could have avoided the milk from spilling.
Yes, but as I said, now the milk is spilled. The person says, I have every evidence to prove that what you have done for me is wrong. So I want to maybe seek justice. Let's wait for her to seek the justice and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's a potential judgment debt.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, but because Kate has clearly, and it's not just Kate, she's operating under another.
I know. I've been following all the.
You've been following it. Have you been in touch with her?
No.
You haven't. Are you friends?
Yes.
You are friends.
Yes.
But you don't reach out to your friends when they're in trouble.
Sometimes they need time to cool off.
Yeah.
I like allowing people space when they are grieving.
But sometimes we want to give people space. But at times they just want people to reach out as well.
A lot of people are going there. You just wait when it's cool, then you call and say.
So you're going to be in touch with her.
Exactly.
And by the way, it was Adeti who did the story on Bukhari.
That's exactly what
it was. Adeti.
Yes,
but even Adeti was threatened a number of times. He was threatened a number of times, and journalists, and there are so many. I'm a journalist, I'm very outspoken. No one has threatened me, so I can't even pretend that anyone has tried to gag me. I mean, it would be difficult to gag me, by the way, but there are some journalists who have really gone through it. Ahmed Swale lost his life for telling the truth, for doing an investigative piece.
But when you say there is a culture of silence,
but that could scare you if a journalist is dying.
But
as a result of telling the truth.
When you say there is a culture of silence based on these instances, then you are assuming or you are alleging that there is a system. You get me? System, big one, clearly set up.
But even if three people are afraid to speak without the existence of a system, but based on what is happening, what they have seen happening, there should be a reason to worry.
That doesn't make it a culture of silence.
What is it then? How would you call it? Just three people scared.
Not just three people. Are you getting me? Yeah. For all you know, these are individuals who get individuals to attack these people, but not the government. When you say there is a culture of silence, it's as though the government has intentionally carved some system in place that should stop journalists from being vocal. But the government hasn't done anything like that.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay. For instance, on Twitter.
Yes.
And I'm very active on Twitter.
Yes.
There have been times when I've said things that didn't please this administration. And I'm not a crowd pleaser anyway. And you see accounts loyal to the New Patriotic Party go all out and attack me on social media. And it's just not just the New Patriotic Party. It happens with the NDC as well. So there is a political machine with both the NDC and the NPP which will go all out to attack you. And it is led by people who are known to be loyalists, sympathizers, who work very close to this administration, and they are the ones leading it. And so when people say there is a culture of silence, they are not directly saying that it is President Nana Akufo-Addo. I mean, I know President Akufo-Addo. He's a very fine man. He's a fine gentleman. He will not supervise this kind of nonsense. But there are people close to his office, people close to government, who are leading the charge. And you see it. The president probably sees it too. The ministers are seeing it, and absolutely nothing is happening. And so what do we do? What do we assume? That there is a culture of silence?
Unfortunately, as a country, we have suddenly been introduced to this explosion of social media. I call it compound house.
I like that.
We have this compound house. Anybody comes to say anything. I agree with you. The big, the small,
Yeah. The foot soldiers go right up to you.
They do. But that does not mean, for me, that does not mean that we have a particular... Look, we have countries where the government will come after you.
Absolutely. It happened recently in Belarus, where Lukashenko got a journalist and his girlfriend picked up.
Look at Russia. They will chase you wherever you are. They will come and poison you. They will poison you in the plane and all that. Wherever. You get me. That is what I would call culture of silence. But on the social media, my dear sister, even when you haven't angered anybody, the person will suddenly find some anger.
Have you been attacked on social media?
Oh, my. I have a tough skin.
I can tell. Well, with your name, you definitely should have a tough skin.
And sometimes you are wondering why they would do that. But it's the social media. You know how the compound houses.
Yeah.
Then they will come. Then they will come and then look at you and then they will all give their analysis. Is
that what happens?
The person doesn't have one intuma in the room. That is a compound house. And that's the social media we have. We've got to manage it. People don't even know how to manage the social media. People don't know that you don't bring a lot of emotions.
You heard of the Ahmed Swale story, didn't you?
Yes, unfortunately I did.
It's been 3 years.
Yes, it has.
And we don't know where that case is going.
It's not only him. Again, we have the systems. It's not only him. We have had a lot of murder cases spanning years that we have not been able to resolve. And when you go to the courts, they will tell you that sometimes even the evidence, look, immediately something like that happens, they pick. In the developed world, you can't do that. You leave. That is an accident scene. Yeah. We'll be able to get all the evidence we need, which you can track and then get whoever the killer is. But normally we mess up with all the evidence. And again, we don't have a good system that will let people chase after, what do you call them? These investigative, whatever. Like special investigators who go out and then do their own thing. We don't have them. So look, murder cases, are difficult cases. You've got to be sure that the person who is going into the stand is actually the person who must go into the stand.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll hit a rock.
All right.
And then you
Quite recently, one of your Facebook posts read, women, men, friendships, marriages, public life, politics, expectations, stresses, pains, successes, failures, homininis. One day, I hope I get the opportunity to write or speak. Well, here you are, a couple of weeks after that post. What necessitated that post? Where were you? Where were you, meaning that in what frame of mind were you to put this post out?
Thank you. You know, a lot happens in marriages, in friendships. Most of the time, we tell only what we want society to know. But behind that veil are some realities that people don't know. Every relationship has a lot of issues. We need to be able to get into the psyche of people. For instance, you should be able to find out, why will a man in a marriage behave this way? Why will a woman in a marriage behave this way? Why would these two very close friends suddenly start drifting apart? Why will somebody get up and suddenly decide, I'm taking my life? Why will somebody get up and you see such a rosy marriage, beautiful, everything? Then the person gets up and then says, I'm leaving. Why will a man with a beautiful wife and beautiful family decide to go out and chase other women? Why will a married woman decide, with all the largesse available for her, decide that she's going out to cheat on her husband?
As a common married women cheating on their husbands?
Well, I'm told so. And I think, I don't know how widespread it is, but at least I know it exists.
Okay.
But then we must find out why. These are some of the things we should be debating. So I was sitting and then, I was going through a lot. I like doing that. I like musing a lot. So I'm like, yeah, I like musing a lot, especially when I'm alone.
Right.
So I said, look, we've got to talk about
what's your marriage like?
I'm separated.
You are separated?
And I've been separated since 2006.
Oh, it's been a while.
Oh, yeah, it has been a while. We've been separated. Of course, now it's almost like we are no longer together.
The marriage has been annulled completely.
Well, yeah.
Or still pending.
Just at least let me go my way and then he goes his way.
Yeah. You couldn't resolve things?
It just couldn't be resolved.
How long were you married for?
We were together 1989, 80. I moved in with him, and then we had our wedding, 1995, and then we went our separate ways 2006. But I think that for me and for the children,
how many do you have?
3.
Okay.
I think that was the best thing to happen. Sometimes in relationships.
But you hear sometimes women say, I can't leave because of the children.
I know.
But for you, it was a difficult decision to make.
Exactly. Okay. And as I said, it was the best thing to happen. Because sometimes when the marriage becomes so difficult to resolve.
Were you a difficult wife?
It was quite difficult to resolve. Look, that's what I'm saying, that in most homes, it's just the doors that cover whatever happens. And then they come out and then, put our makeup and then pretend as if everything is okay.
Yeah.
But trust me, everything is not okay. Then when we shut the door, and when I talk of violence, I'm not talking of physical violence. People shouldn't misunderstand me.
It could be emotional.
Emotional was that there's no peace in the house and all that.
Did
most
you feel
marriages
emotionally abused?
Well, both of us.
Okay.
It wasn't just me.
Okay.
Both of us, it just couldn't resolve it. Yeah, it was a bit. I think both of us were emotionally abused. I had my faults, he had his faults. And both of us, our faults were not making the children to thrive the way they should thrive.
Right.
Yeah, so the best was for us to go our separate ways. Interestingly, we became even better friends after we separated and when we were married.
Yeah?
Yeah. But coming
Did he go on to remarry?
Well, I don't know if he's married now.
Okay, but are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, did you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't have.
Oh, no.
I'm looking for one.
You've been single since.
Can you imagine that?
You've been single since
I've been
2006.
single
That's not possible.
Oh.
That is not possible.
You don't believe me? Oh.
No, I don't believe you.
Those who know me believe me.
Sorry?
Those who know me very well, they believe me.
Really?
Yes.
Or you make them believe that?
No, but they know me. I'm an open book.
But is it that you're not interested?
Let me take care of my children when they grow.
How old are your children?
The last one is 20.
Oh, but 20. So what grow again are you talking about? At 20, when your last one is 20?
When they start bringing me
you don't get lonely?
No, I have children around. Look, I'm on social media every day. That compound house, I'm there every day.
Reading comments and posts. And have you had any suitors?
Of course, I mean, I'm a beautiful woman.
Absolutely, and that's why it's difficult to believe that you're single.
I'm single.
Or you've tried and it didn't work.
Yeah. No.
You didn't try at all. You never gave anybody a chance.
No, I didn't.
Why have you given up on love?
I'm just joking.
Have you given up on love?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't. I can't give up on love.
But 2006 to 2021.
That's how many years? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you okay.
About 15 years now.
15 years
15.
Of being alone?
No, I haven't been alone. I've had a lot of friends.
I
have a lot of friends. I've had a lot of friends.
No, I mean, I'm talking about lonely as in...
I've had a lot of friends, but I haven't had...
You haven't had any intimate relationship?
Oh, intimacy can be anything.
What do you mean? Are there any levels to intimacy?
Oh, there are a lot of levels to intimacy.
See
me
more.
In chambers.
I have a lot to learn from you. But what do you look out for in a man? Who's your ideal man?
My ideal man is somebody who loves me. My ideal man is somebody.
I'm sure there are so many men who love you.
Who be a company, who be a friend.
Right.
Look, who.
You don't look out for good looks. 6-pack.
Oh, there is 6-pack there.
Beautiful.
Oh, there is 6-packs. Yeah.
Beard gang. Bald.
Oh, sir.
Yeah. You don't look out for those.
No, you definitely you must come with some small class B. You just don't pick anybody.
So you like classy men.
No. When I say class, that doesn't mean that
I don't like
flamboyant. I don't like flamboyance.
But you need to look good.
You must be. That's
smell
right.
good.
You must look good. You must smell good. You must dress well. You must be a charmer to the women there, so that I'm proud that I'm working with you.
Okay. Yeah, like that. And you haven't met anybody like that?
But the most important, as I said, I have friends, quite a few of them.
Okay, that's difficult for me to. Oh, that. There are friends like that, but you haven't settled on anyone.
No.
Why?
I'm still looking.
15 years of
You
looking.
know what? Most of them, let me be frank, they are afraid of me.
Why? Because that's the point I wanted to make. You intimidate men.
Do I look like somebody who can intimidate?
Nope.
I can't even kill an ant.
You're a lovely woman.
I can't even kill a fly.
So why are they afraid?
No, when you get out there, you are loud like us, and you are rolling all over the place. In fact, the men will even think, oh, this woman is already somewhere. You know the way it is.
They think you're taken.
That's right. And they fear to come forward. But please, I'm not saying come forward though.
But what's wrong with anyone coming forward?
But that's most of the time. Strong women are lonely. Most of the time, strong women are lonely. Anytime you see, and I've had a lot of good friends that I won't mention names. Tough women in the society, but they were really, really lonely when we get back into the rooms. And some of them, you have to just keep them company, and then, so that you are able to chat with them and all that, so that they feel a bit comfortable.
Okay.
trust me, strong women are lonely, but I'm not.
My producer said someone just sent a message that there's a man listening to you. He's completely brokenhearted because he believes he's your partner. Oh, that's what he thought.
No, I don't want broken-hearted persons. No. I don't want anybody. You know, when they are broken-hearted, it's also difficult to manage them.
Yeah, no, he's brokenhearted because you said you're single.
Oh,
Because
is that? Oh,
he
because
thinks-
he thinks he's my sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh, please tell him to. Is it DM me or PM me after this show?
You know the language. That's interesting. You know the language.
He should DM me or PM
But you are
me.
definitely going to give relationships a chance again.
Oh, definitely. You always give relationships a chance.
Yeah, but this is so hard to believe that 15 years without
I've had friends. Don't you understand me?
friends with benefits.
Of course, every friendship has benefits.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that
Every
kind
friendship
of.
has benefits.
Yeah, but that kind of friends, that kind of friends with benefits, that kind of friends.
Every
with benefits.
friends have benefits. Trust me.
Uh.
But you know, anyway, Indian say.
What do you make of LGBTQ plus?
Hey, again, it is the laws. You know, I believe so much in our laws and our constitution. I think I should be a lawyer in future.
Maybe.
Maybe, because that is it. Once the law says no, it's no. Until we change the laws.
Okay.
Until we change the law frowns on it. It frowns on same-sex.
But you know,
and all
the thing about the LGBTQ plus community in Ghana is that they are not really advocating for legalization or any of those. They're just calling for fairness, fair treatment. There have been some members of that community who've gone to the hospital. They've been denied access to healthcare because they are thought to be gays or they are known to be gays or lesbians. They go to some schools, they are turned down. They are not happy in their communities. They're being attacked physically, verbally, every single day. And so if the LGBTQ plus community comes out to speak, they're not necessarily asking anybody to legalize them. I mean, that's a different conversation.
That's not what they are doing. What they are doing here is wanting to have their association.
We are not
wanting to have their offices.
We are not really listening to them because you find a bunch of people hijacking the conversation and they tend to turn the conversation in a certain direction, right? But I have friends in that community who are being abused on a daily. Every single day, they are unable to access healthcare. You go to a pub and you are known to be gay and everybody's walking away. No one wants to attend to you. That is not fair. That is discrimination.
That is where the conversation should come in. Are you getting me? That is, fortunately, these things are all coming up because we are having conversations. Just in a few years, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. You couldn't even pronounce this on radio. Today we are talking about it. The conversation must go on. But then again...
But what do you think about the ill treatment? That's...
Unfortunately, that is wrong. And it also goes against them. But if you are going to report for being ill-treated, if I were you, I'm going to say they ill-treated me because I'm gay. Because being gay is illegal. I mean, I have the right to access healthcare. I've gone, they have denied me healthcare. So I'm coming to report.
But he's gay.
No, but you know
that's who he is. He's gay.
But listen, what I'm saying is
or transgender.
Being gay is illegal. That is it. Being gay, that's why I think our law says our law frowns upon it. So if you go to the hospital and they deny you whatever, I am going to report that, look, I have gone to the hospital and the hospital has, refused treating me. Forget about me being gay or anything. I want to be treated. Whether I'm gay or not, I should be treated.
But that's the point they try to make. That irrespective of their sexual orientation, if you go to the hospital, you have a right to access healthcare. You have a right to be protected. And that's not happening. And the thing about not reporting because they are gay, that's who they are. That's how they identify.
That is where the difficulty is. And unfortunately, it's such a difficult thing to break. It's such a hard nut, you know. We are trying to crack it and it's not cracking.
A group of people were picked up in the Volta region a couple of weeks ago. It was believed that they're lesbians.
Yes.
They're still in cells. They are still there. They're being denied so much.
And they are not getting a lawyer to go and then help them get out because that's wrong. I mean, if you put me in cells after 48 hours, if you haven't sent me to court for remand, I should be out. So if they are there, that's what I'm saying, that I don't want to say, oh, it's because I am gay that I'm there. You get the point. I am there, I'm human, I'm Ghanaian, I'm there. Come and remove me. That's it. Forget about me.
But they were picked up because they are thought to be gays.
Yes, I agree. But I wouldn't use that as my basis for argument. I am a Ghanaian. You
Who
think
is gay?
Being the gay is illegal. To me, I won't go there. I will say that, look, I have been picked up. I am in cells. I am a Ghanaian.
How would you react if eventually aid is tied to legalization of homosexuality?
It's coming there.
Yes.
We are coming there. This, unfortunately, it will be a tough one. But I'll leave that one to the decision makers. It will be difficult for me to sit here and say that this is how it's going to be. I don't know where we'll be by then. For all you know, we would have changed the laws. You get me? We would have accepted it and changed the laws. Maybe. Or maybe we'll be able to talk our way around to get the aid without. But until then, it will be difficult for me to sit here and say, when it comes, we shouldn't accept as a country, or we should go.
Do you know any gays and lesbians?
No.
You don't know any of them?
No.
Yeah?
No.
Or you refuse to know them?
No.
Okay, you just don't know them.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know them. Maybe it's because I haven't, maybe I haven't. I don't
you don't pay
roam.
attention.
No, I don't. I'm not an outdoor
Or you
person.
can't be bothered what people do in their bedrooms.
Exactly. I mean, why should that bother me anyway? But if you're talking about seeing them outside, I might not even be able to identify the person if I see them. I remember when I was in the UK years back, 2003, thereabout, we would go out and my daughter would point and say, you see this person, this is a gay pub and that and that and that. But here, because I don't step out very often, and maybe if I had gone out so much, I would have made that.
Where were you born? You said in the Western region?
Yes, Adiambra.
Adiambra in the Western region. That's where your parents lived?
Yes.
And your mom was a petty trader?
Yes.
And your father was a watchman?
Watchman by night, cleaner by morning, and then farmer by afternoon.
Wow.
He did 3 jobs.
Wow. So you're not exactly from a rich home?
I'm from a very poor home.
How did you make it? How did you break through?
I think my mother was the force behind all that. My mother...
Is she around?
Oh, no. She passed. My father passed 2000. My mother passed 2008.
Okay.
Yeah. She ensured that all her children will go to school. I think she told herself that the worst thing that ever happened to her was that she didn't go to school. Because she had a friend who went up to Form 4 or so. Then she became a reverend sister.
Right.
And my mother, I'm sure, would have wanted to be a reverend sister. But because she didn't go to school, her friend became a reverend sister and she couldn't. And that haunted her for the rest of her life.
Right.
So she ensured that we will go to school. And tough as it was, you had no way of saying you won't go to school for one reason or the other. And she didn't care, even if you had to wear only pants and go to school, torn dresses and go to school, she didn't care.
Did you ever wear torn dresses to school?
Oh, yes, you could wear, you didn't want anybody to see. Those days, we used khaki to sew pants.
Really?
Oh, yes, and then they'll put thread inside. Hey, then we'll go and then sometimes we go and sit on do this slide on the concrete, and before you realize that the dress is torn and it will start tearing, and you'll be wearing it like that to school. I never had slippers from birth till I passed to go to secondary school.
You were walking barefooted to school? Barefooted?
Oh, yes. All of us walking barefooted.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, who's that?
No.
You can't wrap your no, barefooted.
No, I've seen kids. I mean, when I was an active reporter, I would see children, even in the new millennium, walking barefooted to school. Yeah. And I really never understood why we should allow children to go to school barefooted.
We couldn't even get
so hearing you say that even in your time,
we couldn't get a good meal a day. So, wearing slippers or sandals was complete luxury. We couldn't afford it. So, I said, sometimes we couldn't get a good meal. And I saw my father struggle, to to 10-0, my mother struggled. And my mother was the type who would bring people into the already poor home. It was just one room we were all sleeping. That one room is not up to this room. It would be about 2/3 of this room. And then my mother would go anytime she went to back home to Navrongo, she's carrying a child because she wants to come and put the child in school and all that.
Right.
So already...
She was a kind woman.
Oh, yeah, she was. She was a very kind woman. So it was a very tough one. Up till when I passed, I wrote the common entrance in Form 2. I was then 13 years.
Right.
I passed to go to secondary school.
Which secondary school did you
St. Francis Secondary, Jirapa.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that.
And then I left Takrady. We joined the sleeper, those days train, sleeper to Kumasi. They were going to join Atonchini to Navrongo and then long trip.
Oh, so you used the train?
Yes, we did.
And they're missing now?
Oh, by that time, it was terrible. Sometimes we could spend 3 days on the way. From Kumasi,
It was a long
to Kumasi.
journey.
Yeah, the train would just break down anyway. Because that time, I think railway was beginning to have challenges.
Right.
And
we've had challenges since.
Yes.
And no one has been able to fix
Exactly. That is it. We are well.
Does it break your heart?
We are trying now. We are fixing all the rails.
Are you?
Yes, we are. We are fixing all the rails. That one I am sure we are doing. We are fixing all. And there's a huge master plan. As a regional minister, the railway minister all used to come to me. The master plan is to get all the way to Burkina Faso. And we are in talks with the Burkina authorities. So it's like it to be an ECOWAS, and I don't know whether transnational, whatever. Once the two countries have agreed to work together for their own interest. When it gets to Burkina, maybe Mali will also want it because they are all landlocked.
Okay,
anyway.
so from St. Francis, where did you go to?
So when I passed to go to secondary school, I was barefooted. It was in Kumasi. My uncle saw me barefooted in KGT. It had rained. My uncle had gone to see us off in Kumasi, so he saw me walking barefooted in KGT, and then he bought a chalawete for me.
So that was the first time?
That was my first time. I can't remember how I walked in there.
You had to wait for that long?
That long, 13 years.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't.
What did you do? What was your
life was too tough.
You couldn't make time.
No, I know. I didn't.
To express any emotions.
No.
But you were able to walk in them.
I tried. And then I got my first sandals. I don't. Well, you are young to know. We ever had some Ashanti made leather sandals called Maya Hot.
Okay, I don't know. I know Achimota sandals.
Oh, hey, sure. Maya Hot. It's called Maya Hot. They did some cheap leather, but then they'll do some cross on it. Then I got to Nabrongo, and my late sister gave me that. Oh. So that is what I sent to school. So I had the chalawete, and then I had the Maya Hot. Then I went to secondary school. And then the first week, somebody stole my chalawete.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. So I had to wear the Maya Hot. I'm going to dining hall, Maya hot. Classroom, Maya hot.
You were really hot.
Oh, yes. Toilet,
literally.
Maya hot. Sorry. Bathroom, Maya hot. Because in Francis, you were not allowed to walk barefooted anywhere. So I'm going to the bathroom, I'm wearing Maya hot. Anywhere I was going, then the Maya hot became black and nasty around my feet. So they started calling Maya hot in school.
That's interesting.
Yes,
that's interesting. Right. And I understand you enjoy traveling.
I love to travel.
Yeah.
I love to drive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're a rough rider.
I'm a rough rider.
Yeah.
I love big trucks.
Big truck.
Look,
well, I saw the truck.
You saw the one I brought you. Yes. Yeah. I hit the road and I can go 160.
Are you based in Accra or still in the Accra?
I'm here.
You're
I'm in
here
Accra here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is an old one. I'm looking for money to buy a big one.
Something bigger than what you came
If I
in
get
with?
something bigger than that.
I mean, that's so rugged.
Yes.
And it's a woman behind it. That's nice.
When you drive and then you just do shim and you pass and they turn and they see there's a woman.
Yeah.
So, what?
Wow.
Then they are chasing to
So
come
that is exactly what you want to see.
That's it. I just want
And that's why you're crazy about
that's
them.
it.
You love adrenaline stuff.
I love adrenaline stuff. They excite me. Maybe it's one of the reasons the men are not coming to. You see?
Maybe. Oh my God. Who was your first boyfriend?
Hey! Let me see. I can't mention his name. He's not a pastor.
Oh, he's a pastor. Your first boyfriend is now a pastor. After
you.
sinning so much with him. He's a pastor.
He's a pastor.
In Accra or Navrongo?
I think I saw here.
Really?
Yeah.
Your first boyfriend is now a pastor.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
in touch?
Oh, it's a long time.
It's a long time
But
ago.
he used to once in a while, he'll call me and see how I'm doing. And then pray for me.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Is he married?
Oh, he's married. He's married with...
Do you miss him?
Oh, no. Oh,
Never.
No.
How old were you? Do you remember?
Oh, I was 18.
18 years. Okay.
You move on. You pick a few of them. You move on.
So that was your first?
That was my
Was your
first.
husband your second? I mean, I'm not
Maybe
asking for
third.
your body count.
Maybe
but
third.
Okay, your husband was your third boyfriend. Your husband was your third boyfriend, and then you married. He must have been totally alluring for you to settle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Well, but of course, you're a student. You've got to settle anyway.
Yeah.
Along the line, you've got to settle. So I settled.
Okay.
He's quite a handsome guy.
I understand that you're a failed gospel musician.
Failed?
Yeah,
No, I'm not a failed. I'm a gospel musician. Now 10 politician.
Okay, so why did you quit gospel music? Was it because of politics?
Oh, no.
How many singles did you receive? How many albums?
That's it. We're just singing. I was a member of a band,
Yeah.
very popular in the Upper East. Then, in fact, we used to even travel to Upper West.
Would you look at that?
Oh yes,
Yeah?
Exodus band. Most of my I'm sure they'll be watching.
Exodus band.
They'll be watching me on Facebook by now. We have some of them. They've gone to the US now. Some of we split.
Right.
But we had an album. I had an album with one lady, Martha Fuseni. Just one album. Yeah,
How
we
did you do?
Oh well, I just remained within Upper East.
What was the title of the song?
Those days we didn't have social media, so you just had to
What
do
was the
your
title of the song?
Suguri
What is it? Suguri.
Patience.
Do you want to sing it for us?
Sisi amenyu.
It doesn't matter.
This voice we have used it for.
The voice will still be angelic.
Suguri basiti yela wala suguri. That's the Fra version.
Okay.
Martha sang that one. Then I sang the Kasina one. Tero wio jan sangi Yesu Christa jan sangi Antu wepu jan sangi. They will go on and on and on.
So you used to do the chorus. Did you ever do a video?
We had videos. And interestingly, when I go to Bolga, they still play GBC
Right.
still has the tape. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then I had
So
a
you
lot
just abandoned it?
it wasn't a career.
Okay.
I hadn't picked it up as a career. Maybe if I had picked it up as a career, then we could have pursued it. Because those days you have to do a demo, you have to do this. Even if you wanted to do a demo, you have to come to Accra to come and do a demo. And then you pay. And you could spend 1 week doing a demo. Then you finish, and then you go back, then you come and do the master. And it was such an arduous journey to pursue. And then I was a teacher. Then I started doing radio
so
programs.
your pupils knew you were a singer?
Oh yes, I used to go out and sing and then come back and teach.
How did the children react?
They loved me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Apart from that, was that I was a very
Do
good
you
teacher.
miss teaching?
You teach every time.
Right. I
It's
mean, in the
lovely.
classroom, standing in front of pupils.
I don't think I miss that because I'm doing other things that are exciting.
Right.
So I don't miss that very much.
Right.
And I'm growing older. Very soon I'll be 60. I should be retiring. By this time I shouldn't be thinking of still standing in the classroom and be teaching. But I am proud of what I have achieved because I have a lot of my products who are.
You're almost 60.
Yes.
You look so young.
I'll be 60.
Do you have a regime, an exercise regime?
I'm now going to look for one.
You want to go to the gym?
Yes.
Right. I'm looking at you and thinking, you look absolutely great.
You have to go to the gym.
Yeah, of course, you need to keep fit.
Yes, I'll do that.
You need to keep fit, yeah.
Yes, I'll be 57 on 30th June. So I have 3
yeah.
months. But I have great students. I've seen a lot of them doing very well in the banks. In fact, when I was the regional minister, my regional auditor was my student.
Oh.
It's my student.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
The district chief executive of Bongo is my student. I have some of them in the banks and all that, So, and then you see them and you are happy
Right.
that you've been able to achieve that.
Yeah, it's fulfillment.
Exactly.
Right.
It's fulfillment, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what have you been up to since you lost the seat?
As I said at the beginning, my introduction, I'm home. Of course, you always have your own private plans, but these are not plans you will want to discuss in public.
Absolutely.
But, I'm home most of the time, putting a few things together, because you can't be in politics forever. Whichever way, you will have to retire. So. Not that you retire completely, you leave politics. You'll be there, but you've got to find something to do for yourself, and that's what I'm pursuing now.
Why do you think you lost the seat? The election?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's multifaceted.
Okay.
A lot of reasons. But we did what we should do.
Okay, so you say a lot of reasons. Chief among these reasons would be?
Maybe the perception that I wasn't the right person for the campaign. I mean, for the job.
Where did that perception come from?
You're a woman. I'm told, of course, during the campaign you wouldn't know, but then I'm told that a lot of smear message went. She's a woman. Don't vote for her. She can't do much for the communities. Bring the man in, it is not her time, and all that.
But the delegates voted overwhelmingly for you.
The delegates voted. Maybe also we didn't do a lot of, I don't know, but I think that we campaigned. We campaigned all out. We did a lot of work with our campaign.
What do you say to people who say that you lost the election? One of the reasons you lost the election was that you were not such an exceptional regional minister.
Well, I don't know where that is coming from.
Okay.
Because those in the region think that I was an exceptional regional minister. And I am sure that within the 2 years of being the regional minister, I achieved so much that I walked with my chest out. And they know. The region knows. So the few people, but a regional minister shouldn't translate into a Navrongo seat. I didn't campaign for a regional a seat. I campaigned for the constituency. So I don't think that was the reason why those who say that maybe are not well informed on the issues on the ground.
Okay. But was there at any point in time where you blamed party members?
I am not the type. I am not that. You've got to take full responsibility for issues, even when you know that you did your best. As a leader, you've got to take full responsibility. You sit on the table and then you see what happened. What could we have done that we didn't do? And then you go on and then solve it. Once you start the blame game, you are not solving any problem. Once you start blaming people because of your failure or the collective failure, then you are not doing good to anybody. So we don't blame anybody. We've lost an election. We go back to the drawing table. What is this that we didn't do well? Could we have done it better? Losing an election is part of the game.
How did you feel? Did you feel let down?
No.
You were not disappointed?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't.
But I mean, so they read out the final ballot and you realized that you had lost. I mean, even before then, you would pick up that it's not going too well.
Interestingly, we didn't. It came in quite as a surprise.
You were surprised?
Yes.
You were that, upbeat that you were going to win.
I'm telling you, the kind of campaign we everybody in Navrongo knows that we have never had this campaign, ever, in Navrongo. Never. But right from the primaries to the general elections, we've never had this sort of campaign in Navrongo. So you know that you are on course to winning. And then the result, even when we woke up in the morning, you still think that you will win by all means. And then the results start coming in, and you notice that it didn't go well. Disappointed a bit. Shocked, yes. But not that worried.
How long did it take you to recover?
By the following morning, I was okay.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
In fact, people were shocked and called me and asked me why I should congratulate the winner, even before they would break.
I mean, I found that to be great sportsmanship.
Yes,
yeah.
because you know you have lost anyway. And now, look, at the end of the day, we are in this. I came into this not for my personal grandeur, but to help us all build a society. The people say, no, it's not your time. We want somebody else to come. Fine. Let's see how we can help each other build the society. If the time comes and you will go again, you go again. If you think you are tired, you help whoever is going. But then we've got to sit on the table.
Will you try again?
It's too early in the day to think you are going to try. Anything can happen tomorrow. If people come to me,
you have projections, don't
no,
you?
I mean, you don't project in
2024.
No, you don't project in 2024. We don't do that.
Yeah.
In politics, we don't do anything. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So it will be unfair to me and to the party and to the government to sit here and be saying I'm going to go again in 2024. So no, I won't be able to answer that.
You won't be able to answer that.
Yeah.
But what's the relationship like now between you and Kofi Ada?
He's my brother. We haven't met in a long while. But Kofi and I come from Pungu. Pungu is a very big, town, a bigger village with sub-villages. So I'm from Pungu Nimbasinia. He's from Pungu Wusung. In fact, we migrated from Pungu Wusung to Pungu Nimbasinia. So that is
the way you pronounce the name so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the most important thing is that he is a brother. 2, we are members of the party.
No bad blood.
No. I don't have any bad blood. Against him.
Yeah, but have you met since?
We haven't met.
You haven't met?
No.
Are you in touch?
No.
Do you speak on the phone?
No.
Why not? I mean, brother and sister, same party.
Maybe I'm lazy at calling people. He's not the only one.
Are you?
He's not the only one. Maybe I'm just lazy in calling people.
Yeah. But if you met him today, what would you say to him?
Just greet him and go. Yeah, you just greet him and there you go. If he wants us to talk, we'll talk. But we'll greet and then we'll go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can do, unless there's a conversation. If there's a reason for us to have a meeting, we'll definitely do that. But if there's no reason and then we met, and I call him Duko. Duko means our father.
Okay.
That's how I address him. I say, Duko Kwetam, and then we'll greet and then we'll go.
I'm going to take a short commercial break, but I've been talking to you since 7 p.m.
Okay.
Do you know who you remind me of? And it's a woman that I was so besotted with. And I'm listening to you as you speak. Your gesturing, the way your words roll off your tongue, the passion in your voice. You remind me so much of Hawa Yakubu.
I'm her prodigy.
Makes sense.
I am.
Yeah, you remind me so much of her. From the beginning of the interview, I've been thinking about her throughout. I kept thinking about her. At some point I had to go back to the phone, Google her, look at her picture once again, because I needed to be sure that I was getting the right connection.
Yeah, I'm her complete prodigy. She brought me where I am today.
Right.
She brought me. In politics, I used to interview her when she was the Minister for Tourism. In fact, the day she resigned as the Minister for Tourism, I had just finished a program with her.
What?
Bolga, I was doing a program for women, and I introduced that program to GBC Bolga, Upper East Region. So anytime I interview, just as you are saying, here she was. Let it go. Ask her any question, and she will answer. And then along the line, anytime she finished, she will ask me, Pauline, are you free? I say, yes, ma. You don't have
called Paulina?
Yes, that's my name. That's my original name.
Okay.
Paulina Patience Abayage.
Wow.
Yeah, I changed to Tangoba recently.
Why did you change?
Because I wanted to use that name. Interesting, that name, Tangoba, is on my baptismal card.
Right.
And then along the line, Paulina took over. It's Paulina Tangoba. The Abayage is not even there. And Tangoba is my grandmother's name.
Okay.
So I thought, why don't I pay homage
Paulina, patient. I don't remember the last time I heard Paulina. It's such an old name.
It's such an old name. So let me pick that. And Tangoba is so unique.
Yeah, it is.
So that's how come. So I used to sleep with her.
Yeah.
Our massage.
Oh
yes, we'll wake up together. I'll do everything for her. Sit in her car. We'll go. The first time I drove automatic, it was her car she gave me.
Aww.
Said, "Oh, take it and go." I said, "I don't know. That take this car. You've got to learn how to drive. If you don't do it today, when will you do it again?"
Yeah. She was
such a great woman.
She was great. Doesn't quite cut it.
No,
She was exceptional.
I know
Phenomenal.
She'll be happy with me.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. All right, so I'm talking to Tangoba Abayage. And if you're wondering, her name means say and kill them. I won't stop. Have you ever come close to killing anybody?
No, but good one.
We'll be right back.
Star 103.5 FM. Simply the best.
It all started in a bar one night. Someone tasted something new. And soon the news spread like wildfire. From place to place, from year to year, and today, more than 20 years later, everyone believes in the one true bitters. Now it's your turn to discover why. Alomo Bitters, celebrating 20 years of countless authentic moments. Another quality product from Casapreco Company Limited. Drink responsibly, not for sale to persons under 18 years. Not recommended for pregnant women and lactating mothers. This advertisement is vetted and approved by the FDA.
What would you do with 50 gigabytes free data? Would you binge watch TV all day? Would you download FIFA 21? How about downloading your entire coursework? Or you do all at the same time? See, Surfline has a way of giving you value like no one does. 50 gigabytes free data when you get yourself a Surfline device. Now that's a sledgehammer. Don't miss out on anything. Get yourself a Surfline device today from any Surfline shop and get 50 gigabytes free data to do all you ever wanted on Ghana's only true 4G LTE network.
Surfline, it's about time.
Fade, ade, fado, go famiko, fade, ade, fado.
Hey, Charlie, I don't go bitters, no. Me too chamao.
Somebody can now say, bitters, the value is the same. And I'm saying, no, I don't go bitters, and the move free.
Ojam, forgive me.
After the one who said, Sapunchania told you my congress and sugar hoodwa. Bueno, one more, don't be in Yawanum. Now you for no.
I for no, I for check. Test to know. And now Masia yo. Now Trabia, Utimi Hunu say, I don't go na Kenya no who move to the next level.
I don't go bitters, at the search for draw. One now you want to at the same time.
Ah, Nansa Angel Heba for na dear. Say ye Trabi, na mema, near see who ya dear.
Member when in field doing what drink count. And what drinking sport to be a man from Fred 0561 200 333 0504 499 977.
I don't go bitters.
Fade, ade, fado, go famiko, fade, ade, fado.
You are listening to Star 103.5.
3.5 FM, it's Star Chat, simply the best. And this, yes, is a conversation between me and the former Upper East Regional Minister. We've been talking since 7 p.m. We've got just a few minutes to go. Before we go, let me just say hello to some friends who've been listening to the show from far and near. Chairman General, aka DJ Tickles, all the way in China. Yeah, your mom says hi, Chairman. And also to Leonard. Leonard, I hope you're enjoying the show. And they absolutely love you. Thank you. Also, Ransman, and Klaus and Grace, listening to us from the UK. Klaus, say hello to Grace. Anyway, so we're back with you. We'll be wrapping up in a bit. A few things that I also wanted to know about you. I mean, you've said so much about yourself. You're not easy to read, you know.
That's good.
Is it good?
It's good when people are unable to read. I'm an open book.
Are you?
Yes, but I'm a difficult open book. So if you want to read me just like that, you can't. But once you are able to understand the book that you are holding, trust me, I'm an open book.
What do you make of the president's appointments? Do you think he could have appointed more women for the list that has come out thus far?
Well, you know, we have a challenge as a government. We have a challenge because we didn't have a lot of people into parliament. Unfortunately, we didn't do well with our parliamentary seats. And then we are bound by the constitution, which asks the president to appoint more than 50% of the people from parliament. So it is this challenge that I think the president is dealing with. But so far, those that he has appointed, good to go. You know, we still have, we are still in the formation of government.
One of your colleagues received such a backlash after her vetting. Hawa Kumsen.
Yes. But she's there. She's
but what did you make of it?
Unfortunately, look, some of us are talkatives. Some of us, no matter where you find us, we'll be able to talk and we'll talk our way out. But we may not even be achievers. Some too may not be able to talk as we can, but are achievers. The president understands why and knows why he thinks that Hawa should still be in a government. I wouldn't know. The prerogative is the president's.
Right.
And so far, I mean...
Did you watch her vetting?
Halfway.
Halfway.
Because I think I had to travel. No, I had to travel.
Okay.
Yes, I was up north and
Do you think she was treated fairly?
The questions?
The questions. Because I listened to the vetting, and at some point I stopped watching her vetting. I stopped watching, not because of the responses she was giving. I just felt that some of the questions were really unnecessary. I think that it looked, and that is my opinion, it looked like people were deliberately setting her up to fail. I thought the questions were what is fish farming? I didn't get it. And also the way she was treated after the backlash, it affected me so much that look, this is a woman. Yes, she's not perfect. Yeah. She's had her own issues, but I thought the backlash was so much. It was so unnecessary.
But that's what I'm talking about. You know,
I was expecting that the women in the party, when she was receiving all of this, the women in the party especially, will stand up for her. Stand beside her.
No, but I think we did.
Did you?
We did. I can remember when she finished her vetting, she had a lot of women, colleague parliamentarians, go and hail her and take pictures.
No, I'm talking about after the backlash, when the backlash happened. Not in parliament.
No, but why do you have to? You just leave it. Hasn't it died?
But did you know what she was going through?
Hasn't it died?
Did anybody bother to check on her mental state?
I'm sure they did. She's a tough woman.
Why didn't you contact
her? She's a tough.
You're not used to contacting people when they're going through a lot.
No, she's a tough woman.
No, she looks it.
Yes,
she looks it.
She is a tough woman. I'm sure that those I know her. It didn't get into her skin. No, she's a very tough character. As I said, she's a doer. She is a doer. She's a deliverer. She may have, her own challenge. We all do. We have our own weaknesses and our own challenges.
Absolutely.
But the president knows why he decided that, look, Howard, come along with me in my second term. And so far, she's performing well.
Are you expecting to be reappointed?
I don't know.
Are you hoping to be? Not expecting.
No,
hoping.
No, I don't know.
You don't know.
Look, the power to appoint
is with the president.
It's with the president.
Well, but you did a great job in the Upper East region.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The power to a lot of ministers did great jobs.
Did they?
But have not been reappointed.
I think only a few ministers did a great job.
Well, whatever it is.
I know. It's hard to swallow, right? You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that.
A lot of the ministers did well, but they have not been reappointed.
Not a lot. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, they are your colleagues, so I can understand. But not a lot of them did well.
They have not been reappointed. So the president knows what he's doing. And for me, I always believe that the buck stops with him. He would definitely make the best decision every time.
Do you think he's the best president this country has had?
Yes, he is.
How?
I mean, he's delivered.
Delivered on what?
On whatever. Look.
What exactly? Tell me what he's delivered.
It takes such a hard person to come and say that this thing must be done. I don't care how we do it. Let's do it. It may be difficult in the implementation and all that. Are you getting me?
He promised us a lot of things.
But we've delivered at least a lot of things. We've delivered. We promised planting for feeder jobs. It's on. It may have its own challenge, but it's on. It may, but it's on.
How many dams were created in your region?
In my region, we were supposed to have 150. As at the time I was exiting, 86 had been. 86. Some of them are functional. All of them will definitely collect water. Unfortunately, some of them, they didn't complete. According to the consultant.
How many factories were built in your region?
No, we don't have, but they've done feasibility studies. We didn't say we're going to. We didn't say we're going to build all the 200 and something factories in 4 years.
That is why people voted for you in 2016.
Yes, we didn't.
You said one district, one factory, and your region had none.
Yes. As at the time I was living.
The people of your region would be so disappointed.
Oh, no, they are not disappointed. We said one district, one warehouse. We said one district, one warehouse. A lot of the regions didn't get that. But we have 10 of them. One district, one warehouse. We said one village, one dam. A lot of the districts didn't have. I think Upper East region had the most of the dams. As I said, yes, challenges with them.
But some of these dams were already there.
No.
Or you constructed them
from scratch.
From scratch.
Yes, from scratch. They were constructed, and that's the challenge with constructing small dams, F dams, small dams, whatever they are called. Because you need to compact the banks, and because the banks you can't compact them in 1 year. That's what the consultant told me. You've got to compact. Go back, come compact again, especially when after one rain, the rains will give you the. I don't know whether it's solidity or whatever of the banks. Then you know that, look, this is how far the banks can take the heavy rains. So you go back and then you compact. Unfortunately, I think along the line, contractors had some challenges with payments. So they didn't do the compacting. But I'm told they are back and then they are doing the compacting. Yeah. So we have.
So you had 10 warehouses in your region?
Yes, 10.
No factory at all?
No factory. As at now, feasibility studies, the factory.
I like that thing, feasibility studies.
Let me tell you something about the factories. The factories are demand driven. It's not government who is building. You bring your proposal.
I'll expect you to go on.
We don't say those.
No, don't worry. You go on.
So you the district. You write your proposal. You identify what you think can be done in your.
How many constituencies in your region received $1 million?
The $1 million were passed through the development authorities. According to the minister,
that's not what we were told by Dr. Bawumia. He said that every constituency will get $1 million.
I'm not this, but he didn't say.
Did you receive?
He didn't say we're going to give you cash.
So what did he say?
He didn't say no. He said every constituency will get $1 million.
Yeah, what does
translated
it mean?
into projects?
No.
Now the $1 million so the other.
No. It come to me. Oh, $1 million I have used for it. Trust me.
No, we don't do that.
No.
We don't do that.
No,
so
wait.
Let me give you the ambulances. The ambulances.
No. You promised us ambulances. The president gave us a promise that I will provide ambulances.
Exactly.
It was not captured in the 1 million.
Now, do you know what the 1 million was? The 1 million was supposed to develop.
Do you think Ghanaians are fair to say that they've been lied to?
You haven't been lied to. You haven't been lied to. Go to the constituency and then find out.
The $1 million. So in your region,
we have ambulances. we have the dams. We have the warehouses.
No,
we have they're all part. We have the warehouses.
The 1 million.
Yes, we have boreholes. Oh yes, we have several boreholes that were rolled out.
So why did you make all of these promises separately?
Which we didn't make them separately.
You did
in the manifesto.
No,
that is it.
You were going. Look. How many people would read the manifesto? You were moving from one place to the other, promising heaven and earth.
That is it. Look, when you take your manifesto. Manifesto is a master plan.
Yes, you do.
And then you take the one. It's okay. So we have 1 million for a constituency. And out of this 1 million, let us buy an ambulance. Let us.
Do you think that's how Ghanaians understood?
Well, unfortunately, maybe we have to let them know that this is how it's supposed to be. We're not going to give the 1 million to MPs to go and. The MPs have their common fund.
We're not expecting the money to go to. We're not expecting the money because now you're.
So where was the money supposed to go to?
We received so many explanations.
So where was the money
that
supposed?
Ambulance, that. We're expecting that. when you said that every constituency will receive $1 million, it was not the ambulance you're talking about. The warehouse, the borehole you're talking about was not part of that $1 million.
Look, what I'm saying is that you have 1 million sitting there.
So you did a U10.
We didn't do
yes,
U10.
You did.
You have
the
1 million.
No.
Did a U10. No. You have 1 million sitting there.
And Ghanaians were shocked.
No, they are not supposed to be shocked. Yeah. You have 1 million sitting there. They will say, okay, out of the 1 million, take part. Go and buy ambulance.
How many constituencies do you have in
15.
Your 15. So that's $15 million.
And so where was the money supposed to go?
No, I'm asking you. So as a regional minister,
yes.
Did you see $15 million?
I'm not supposed to see $50 million in any account.
No, not in your account. Did you see $15 million worth of development? Worth of development in your region?
Well, we are getting there.
No. I'm talking about 2016 to 2017 to 2020. Did you see $15 million?
A lot of work has gone on in the district.
Worth $15 million?
But,
I mean, Upper East region.
$50 million.
I would relocate to Upper East region.
Oh, then let's go.
We have seen
all our roads have been done.
But
as far as for the roads,
you've always had good roads. No, you haven't always had good roads.
No,
okay.
No. One of the things I was able to do was to get the Bolga Boko Pullmancombe road back on track.
Well done.
Yes, but as I'm saying, the various constituencies have a lot of projects ongoing. A lot of projects. Maybe I'm not a. I am an accountant, but I wouldn't be able to do the finances to know whether all the 15 million went. But what I know is that a lot of projects under the Northern Development Authority for the 5 northern regions, including these ambulances that you don't want me to talk about.
Oh no, please.
The one village, one dam, the one district, one warehouse, boreholes, rural electrification.
And all of that came up to $50 million.
I wouldn't be able to tell. But $50 million?
Yeah. One constituency, $1 million.
Yeah, but $1 million, 4 million Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
4 million Ghana.
So $15 million for the entire region.
Let me tell you something. One road, just one short, but some 2 kilometers of road, can cost more than 4 million Ghana cedis. Yeah. So, yes, you hear of it and it's mind-blowing.
Okay, would you be interested in running for the presidency one day?
I'm going to 60.
Well, the president is over 70.
He's a man.
Why?
I'm already struggling with my menopausal crisis. I know Kwampo can weaken your bones.
And how would that stop you from becoming president?
No. Because it's such a hard work. But I wouldn't. Trust me.
It's hard work.
It's not on my.
It's not on.
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you so much for talking. What's your favorite? Or who is your favorite musician?
Local.
Yes.
Dinah Hamilton.
And then foreign.
Foreign? Do I have one?
You should. Oh, you don't listen to hip hop. Oh. You just like the gospel. Well, you're a gospel musician.
I love gospel. I love reggae.
Oh, reggae.
Yes, but
who's your favorite reggae artist?
Bob Marley.
You love Bob Marley. What's your favorite track from Bob Marley?
Almost all his songs.
Yeah.
And then Lucky Dube. Almost all his songs.
You love Lucky Dube too.
And I can sing most of their tracks.
So should I play different colors for you? For Lucky Dube. And then you sing along. Please find me Lucky Dube. But it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Before we go, this is your mystery question. So I'm going to play the montage. As soon as it ends, you open this, read the question aloud and answer it. Let's go.
And now, the mystery question.
All right. So you can open it now. And then read the question.
Between Dr.
Baumia
and Alan Shamantin, who would you want to lead the NPP in 2024? I'm going to give you a story. I hope former President Kufuor is listening. He's my very good friend, you know. I remember when he was in government, and then people started showing their faces and saying, oh, they will want to be the next president. That was the second term. You know, he asked some ministers. He removed some ministers. And he said, some were picking, some were over picking. I'm not going to pick.
Why?
because I will be picking and over picking. The president hasn't even completed 1 year, and I'm here wanting to tell you.
2020.
No, I wouldn't.
The president is not running.
It doesn't matter. Let us look. We have a lot of work.
You don't want to hurt any side.
Oh, no, not to hurt, but it's too early in the day to be talking Alan Shamanting and Dr. Pawomia.
Well, their posters are coming up. Both camps say they are not
all
behind the posters.
But those who are doing the posters are not ministers or former ministers like me.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know who's sponsoring. We don't know who's sponsoring that.
Well, but at least I'm not one of them.
Oh, really?
I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. And
if you were approached
by who?
To do any of them, any of the two.
Well, as I said, the time is
any
not,
of their camps.
The time is not up.
Right.
When the time comes.
I'm waiting for that time. I will call you to ask.
Exactly. When the campaign starts and then they come to me, I will.
I think you are absolutely a fantastic lady.
Thank you
I've
very
really
much.
enjoyed my conversation
Thank
with
you.
you.
I've enjoyed myself
yes,
too.
and you're a pleasant woman.
Thank you.
There are so many comments for you. Unfortunately, I couldn't read any of them,
That's
but
all right.
the one that stands tall is the lioness. I call you the lioness.
Thank you.
Okay, but you need to stop calling her the lioness because she's looking for a boyfriend.
Oh, but lioness, lionesses.
You like they feel intimidated.
Lionesses are warm.
Someone says the spirit of the late Hawa Yakubu is intelligently living in this woman.
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah. So on the same
Thank
page.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When you find a boyfriend, please let me know. I'd like to go.
You like
to go out for drinks with the two of you.
Oh, thank you. That will be fun. Maybe they are listening now that we know we can have drinks. Maybe they'll come by.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you. It's been such a pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure coming your way. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you are from. But before I do a proper wrap up, this is Lucky Dube.
People.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you all for tuning into this interview wherever you tuned in from. And yes, absolutely, to my friends on Clubhouse who tune in to listen from far and near. Ransman. Ransman is where? Caleb, where is Ransman again? In Connecticut? Yeah, Connecticut. Or Colorado? No, Connecticut, are you sure? Yeah. All right, so to Ransman, to DJ Tickles, your mom says hi, the medical fraternity says hi as well, Klaus, Nana Joanna, Nakia, Kimberly, everyone. Thank you all for tuning into the show. Pleasure coming your way. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Drop off is next.
Star